Welcome everyone to another nuking experiment in Fallout 76. Previously we tested to see if it would be worth it or not to nuke over at Tanagra Town. Let's just say for short, no. It is a complete waste of time to take the time nuking over there. However, I did go over quite a bit of mysteries and secrets, such as, for one example, I went over how to unlock that door at Tanagra Town and get the secret loot inside, as well as many others. So if you are interested in those, I'll have a link down below that you can click on to go and check out that episode. In this one, we're going to be seeing what happens when we nuke the new limited time event called the Fasnacht Parade Day. Which, in case you don't know, Fasnacht is an event that is celebrated in real life. One area that it is celebrated at is at Helvetia in West Virginia, and that is where the limited time event will be located at in Fallout 76. So this will be the area that we'll be nuking. And also, real quick, you can find a little bit of lore over Fasnacht at the place where we had to deliver the toad eggs at from the stream. And as you may know, a bunch of rad toads come out of this place during the event. It's pretty neat. But in here on this bar counter, you can see that there's a note that says Happy Fasnacht. And when you go to read it, it tells a little bit about what this celebration is and how it started in Helvetia. It says, "Welcome to Freya's House Restaurant. We are having a special on all desserts for Fasnacht Day." What is Fasnacht Day? German and Swiss settlers came to Helvetia in the 1800s and brought their traditional festivities with them. Fasnacht means fast night and is a time to eat the richest foods before a period of fasting. And on the next page it reads, "The most popular treat is named after the day. You might recognize a Fasnacht as a type of donut, a fried dessert that is made by the dozens every Fasnacht day." And you can actually get this recipe from this event to cook this specific donut, which I thought was pretty cool. It's a unique reward that can be dropped, as well as, of course, all of these unique masks. And you have a chance at quite a few new camp plans. So this event is definitely rewarding, and I think it's pretty cool how they're actually making the celebration in the game itself. But anyways, let's go ahead and see what happens when we nuke a Fasnacht Parade in Fallout 76. I'm actually going to be doing this quite a bit of times just to see what happens for science. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this out, guys.
Keycard accepted. Keypad access granted. User credentials expired. Please enter new launch code. Access granted. Attention. Attention. Launch sequence activated. Launch tube will seal in 30 seconds. All personnel should exit the launch tube immediately.
Okay, so for the very first time that I nuked this event, my game crashed when I went to go fast travel after I nuked it. I will mention the other two times that I did nuke this area, my game did not crash. I don't know what exactly happened here. Anyways, luckily I had some teammates that I was able to rejoin. Or, going through the whole process to be able to officially launch the nuke would have been a complete waste of time after nuking. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced it, but it's terrifying when it happens because it can take quite a bit of time to get through the silo. So anyways, yeah, luckily I had teammates and I was able to rejoin back into the game. However, I did start the parade a little late and missed the glowing honey beast that you can experience here. As you can see, typically we'd have to take out honey beast during this parade event, but when you have this location nuked, these honey beasts will be glowing honey beasts, and they look pretty insane. And not to mention, of course, they are a higher level than what they typically would be. Also, during the parade, I noticed where the rad toads typically are, there were glowing, pretty high level rad toads here. Typically, the rad toads that are here are nowhere near this level. Still, it wasn't really a challenge, I will admit, to take on the horde of raging toads because there were not many that spawned here like usual if the place isn't nuked. I thought this would have been more of a challenge here because there typically is tons of these toads that will spawn here. But yeah, only a few spawned. Every single time. And I was here multiple different times in a nuke zone. Anyways, as for the next part where the super mutants tried to ambush the Protectrons, this part was actually pretty challenging, and not to mention can be pretty terrifying if you're not up somewhere high, or, well, specifically don't have the marsupial mutation that allows you to jump high, to avoid enemies easier. Yeah, if you don't have that mutation, this place can be pretty hectic in a radiation zone. As for the final ambush though, where you have a chance at getting a legendary off of Mega Sloth, this part didn't change all that much. The Mega Sloth's level stayed the same, surprisingly. I thought it would at least scale up a little bit, and nothing more seemed to drop off the Mega Sloth either. Thought that was odd too. The Mongrels, however, were a bit higher level, but still not really a threat with the amount of players that are here. The only real threat was the super mutant ambush on the parade, but that still wasn't even that challenging. Only thing that makes it more challenging really is that the super mutants are harder to take out, which means they may be able to detonate themselves on the Protectrons without being taken out beforehand easier. Also, not really that surprising, the rewards for completing the parade didn't change either. Still the same, but thought I'd just mention that. Overall, nuking this location seems to be a waste of time, and also can affect other players who are here trying to do the event themselves. I mean, sure, you may get a little bit more experience with this place nuked, but still, not specifically worth it to take the time to hit this place. And also, not to mention, a nuke explosion can affect everybody's experience here negatively, because sometimes you're going to have to gather the Butcher Protectron for the parade, and you're going to notice when you do have to gather that specific Protectron, there will be no animals to take out for intestines, because in case you don't know, you're going to have to gather intestines off animals so it can make the Fasnacht sausages, which, by the way, you can get the Fasnacht sausage recipe too as a reward for completing this event. But yeah, it turns out there's no animals around, and I did try like fast traveling to another area to take out some animals there, and I was not able to get any intestines. You have to specifically take out the animals around in this area. But with the radiation zone here from the nuke explosion, no animals will be here. And eventually the event will time out and everybody will fail it. Now this can happen sometimes, it doesn't happen every time. This happened to me actually my second time waiting for the parade to spawn in the nuke explosion. Like I did one parade event and then I was waiting for the next one to spawn in. As you can see here, the nuke has officially went away. But yeah, we were not able to find any intestines whatsoever. But what I did find out was we could get 2 Fasnacht parade events in one nuke explosion. So, I mean, that's pretty cool to know. But yeah, that's about wrapping up this video, everybody. Hopefully you found this enjoyable. Maybe if you want, stick around the channel by subscribing for more Fallout 76 content. I'm out of here, everybody. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen. Until next time, peace.